Palm oil. It is everywhere and in everything. It's in food, soap, shampoo, and even instant noodles. It's mainly because palm oil is cheap. The plant that produces palm oil can produce 10 times more oil per hectare than soybeans. India is the world's largest palm oil importer. It imports nearly 96% of the palm oil for their consumption and makes up for 55% of the total imports in the edible oil sector. The government has been trying to push for indigenous palm oil cultivation to avoid imports.
भाइयों और बहनों, खाने के तेल में आत्मनिर्भरता के लिए अब राष्ट्रीय खाद्य तेल मिशन ऑयल पाम का संकल्प लिया गया है। आज देश भारत छोड़ो आंदोलन को याद कर रहा है, तो इस ऐतिहासिक दिन ये संकल्प हमें नई ऊर्जा से भर देता है। इस मिशन के माध्यम से खाने के तेल से जुड़े इकोसिस्टम पर 11,000 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक का निवेश किया जाएगा। सरकार ये सुनिश्चित करेगी कि किसानों को उत्तम बीज से लेकर टेक्नोलॉजी उसकी हर सुविधा मिले।
India already produces 278,000 tons of crude palm oil in 13 states, including Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Assam, and Mizoram. However, it is a minuscule percentage. India's consumption of palm oil reached 8.5 million metric tons in financial year 2021. The current approved mission aims to boost more cultivation, especially in the Northeast and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The government has also approved an incentive of 5 crore rupees for palm oil processing units that are set up in the northeastern states. Environmentalists, however, are asking whether the decision to expand cultivation is the right choice, judging by the level of deforestation and destruction witnessed in Southeast Asia, especially Indonesia and Malaysia, the two largest producers of palm oil in the entire world.
The palm oil has been one of the most destructive crops worldwide, especially in tropical areas, for local biodiversity. And not just local biodiversity, it goes on to other extremes where other animals or other species are also affected in other ways. And one is very well aware of the fact that in Indonesia and Malaysia, orangutans have nearly been decimated because of palm oil cultivation on a huge and a massive scale. Now, are we going to kind of try and replicate that in India, especially in the northeast of India and Andaman and Nicobar? And these are two locations which have been seemingly having been chosen because of the climatic and mostly climatic factors.
Palm oil requires a lot of water, 80 gallons per tree per day, as compared to 13 gallons per tree per day for coconut oil. Studies have indicated that oil palm plantations threaten water quality, changing freshwater ecosystems for decades and lowering the water table. In fact, Andaman and Nicobar did explore palm oil cultivation around 30 years ago.
There is about 1,000 odd hectares of land which has been converted into palm oil over the past 30 years. And it's been the most unproductive plantation. In fact, the Forest Corporation, Development Corporation, which is running the enterprise, shut down because it is running at a loss. The government of India was pumping in money just to keep it afloat. There is sufficient water, the nalas have been used. In fact, water availability has decreased after these palm oil plants have been planted because, of course, the soil, the terrain has been replaced from native forest to an open monoculture of palm oil.
Apart from the threat to biodiversity and endangered species in the area, researchers also worry that this might prove to be another addition to the long list of conflicts and land rights of tribal and marginal communities.
So, whether the people of the northeastern states were even consulted, whether the people of Andaman and Nicobar were consulted, there is no record of that. That this is something that is happening not out of interest for these people's futures, but because there is some other dimension to it. And this is where the Farm Acts come into play. And the Farm Acts were nothing but facilitating the diversion of farmland to a variety of industrial farming. One form of industrial farming is production of palm oil. And once industries come, the local farmer has no recognition, no acknowledgement, no dignity, no sense of place.
The other issue is of if we move further south from the Andaman, because the government of India has also pushed the idea to use what they consider as unused wastelands in the Nicobar Islands, which is a completely tribal protected area. It's all owned by indigenous islanders there. And the fact is, what is being seen as grasslands, or what are known as grasslands, are being seen as wastelands. They think it is not owned by anybody, but in actual fact, the land is owned by tribal communities in the Nicobar Islands.
Many researchers have tried to provide alternatives to the northeastern areas and have suggested using wastelands and agricultural lands that are fallow while leaving these biologically rich areas. As India's demand for palm oil increases, researchers believe that we can demand more sustainable sourcing by collaborating with civil society organizations and other stakeholders, as well as have more studies that can give us more insight. Researchers say that it is more important that the government should first strengthen the environmental safeguards covering water and soil health issues as well as forest cover before it allows for area expansion. A Federal Report.